Hi everyone! Today, my group will be presenting an analysis of international trade structure, specifically focused on evaluation from traditional region integration in Nafta to the modern digital frontiers of the Digital Free Trade Zone (DFTZ). We will explore how this framework facilitates global commercial and the impact they have on economic growth. Before we start, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Nurul Hafiza binti Romana Rizwan and my matrix number is 1023.
Hello, my name is Nurin Aina Adrana binti Shafi'i and my matrix number is 1044.
So hi, my name is Siti Haji binti Hamizah and my matrix number 1011.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Aziz. My metric number is 1079.
The first one is the Nafta overview. I will explain about the North America Free Trade Agreement, which is also known as Nafta. North America Trade Agreement was a major agreement that created on one of the largest free trade areas in the world, and it officially started on 1st January 1994. This agreement was built on an early deal called an Canada-United States Free Trade Agreement. The main goal of NAFTA was to remove trade barriers like tariffs and strict rules, so goods could move freely between countries. Besides that, NAFTA also included rules on government purchasing, subsidies, and protection of intellectual property. This made trade smoother and more organized between the countries involved. Next is about member and level integration. So, NAFTA consists of 3 countries, which is United States, Canada, and Mexico. So, the level of integration for NAFTA is as known as Free Trade Area or FTA. In this type of integration, all member countries remove trade barriers among themselves. However, each country still has the freedom to set its own trade policy and tariffs when dealing with non-member countries. This means they cooperate in trade, but they are still independent in their external economic decisions. So next is economy and trade impact. NAFTA had a strong impact on trade and investment between the member countries. First, in terms of trade volume, trade between the 3 countries increased significantly. It grew from about 290 billion US dollar in 1993 to more than 1.1 trillion US dollar in 2016. Okay, next, for the second one, for investment flow, foreign direct investment or FDI into Mexico increased a lot. It rose from about 15 billion US dollar to over 100 billion US dollar. So this shows that trade agreement like NAFTA can increase investor confidence and encourage more economic growth. So that's all from me. Next, my members will explain the next part.
So I will continue for part economy and trade impact, which is the third bullet. So for the supply chain integration, NAFTA allow for fragmented production, which is where part cross border multiple times, which is significant reducing the final cost of product like automotives. For example, easy to understand, which is for car parts may be made in different country before a final product is complete. This is for reduce production costs. Okay, so for number 4, which is the market access. Market access, which is agriculture triplet, which is providing consumer in all 3 country, and then which have more affordable food choice years around, which is NAFTA make it easier to sell product across border, which is contoh, for example, it more to consumer get product across border, and then more product choice, and some goods become cheaper. So yeah, it's better for business and consumer. So for comparison, which is Nafta and Asian. So for features, we look at first at labor mobility. So for Nafta, we know that it doesn't allow the free movement of labor between members country. Okay, not allowed. Different by Asian is aimed for free movement of skilled labor within the region. So that the first features. Second, which is the integration level, which is the strictly an economic agreement for FTA, which is Nafta. Okay, but for Asian, we know that moving toward a single market. Okay, it's for Asian. Asian has a deeper economic integration than Nafta, so that why moving toward a single ESC market. Okay, so next is diversity. So the three industrialized, which is the high to mid income nation. So it's for NAFTA. It consists of only three industrialized country which the more similar economy level. So for Asian, which is the 10 nation with disparities, which is Asian is more diverse and has a greater economic gaps than NAFTA. So that's it.
Moving to the modern era of trade, we have the DFTZ, which is the Digital Free Trade Zone. In here, the core concept is function as a physical digital hybrid ecosystem. Unlike traditional trade agreement that focus mainly on physical border, that DFTZ integrates state-of-the-art physical logistics, such as the KLIA Aeropolis, which advanced digital platform. This creates a seamless environment where the movement of the goods is managed through the digital seamless border, allow for the more transparent and faster trade process. Okay, let's move to purpose of DFTZ. So in here, the first primary purpose of DFTZ is demonstrate global trade by empowering small and medium enterprise, as we call SMEs. The traditional international trade was dominated by large corporations due to high costs, but in the FTZ level, they playing the field. Secondly, the DFTZ is designed to increase trade efficiency through the implement of e-custom technology by digitalized paperwork and using the electronic world trade platform as EWTF. The zone simplifies complex regulation process. So in practical example is a green lane for export, which allow digital declaration to be processed instantly that ensure the goods are not held up by manual documentation. Thirdly, a major goal is drastically reduce cargo clearance time by several hours to just a few minutes. By utilizing high-tech e-fulfillment hubs at the KLIA Aeropolis, logistics are centralized and automated. For instance, perishable goods like Malaysia fruit can now be processed and shipped much faster, that ensuring they maintain high quality when they reach the global consumer in market like China, also Middle East. Lastly, the initial aim to transform Malaysia into leading regional transshipment hub by providing direct access to global market. This creates a strategic gateway for Southern Asian goods to enter the global economy. An example of this how the local logistic provider can now consolidate shipment from many small sellers into single export hub, significantly lowering the individual shipment cost for every entrepreneur involvement.
Significance of the FTZ. It is the digital evolution of trade. It is significant because it lowers costs for SMEs, digitize customs, reducing time from 6 hours to 3, and connect Malaysia to the global WTP, which is Electronic World Trade Platform. The Malaysia DFTZ is a partnership between MDEC and Alibaba that empowers SME via electronic World Trade Platform. It used high-tech hubs at KLIA to cut custom clearance from hours to minutes, accelerating global export. Additionally, it provides training to bridge the digital skill gap, helping entrepreneurs master international e-commerce. And lastly, Nafta was proof that regional integration was an effective means to promote economic development and improve supply chains. But in the age of digital trade, there is a need to adapt existing agreement. The emergence of digital free trade zones, exemplified by the DFTZ in Malaysia, marks the direction of the future through the convergence of logistics and digital technology. Despite the problem of the digital skill gap, the FTZ are guarantees that international business will be more efficient and accessible to small enterprise. That's all from us. Thank you.